What's up, my Vina loves? It's Miss Vina D coming to you all from Vina Team and News. I know. A lot of you are like, you know what? Vina, support Kenya. She's Team Twirl. Let's see how she's going to explain Kenya behavior tonight. Let's see if she's going to be biased or is she going to keep it real. So let's go ahead and get into it, okay? We're going to start with the slow parts, all right? Of course. It's a review of the entire episode. So let's start with the slow parts. You know, the whole, Portia planning her trip, Cynthia planning, her trip, and with her sister, and Portia planning hers with her sister and her family organization. The touching moment between Candy and Riley, and Candy, just knowing what to say when to tell the cameras, okay, I have to go and be a mom right now and talk to my kid. It's not about the ratings and the camera. I just need you guys to back up so I can talk to her when Riley was breaking down with the whole situation with her dad. But I do appreciate the fact that they are trying. It's never too late, and even though it's going to take Riley some time, I'm glad that Candy is putting in the effort to say, listen man, this is your dad, and I'm not going to be one of those parents that prevent you from getting to know your dad because of my anger issues. I'm going to put all of that aside. I'm happily married, everything is going great in my life, and I'm going to put all of that aside for the sake of my daughter. So I love that they're working on the relationship and all of that. I love that Candy was able to donate, I think it was like $20K or more, and I cut that shade when Portia was like, it's one thing to write a check and it's one thing to be here. Candy have just been going. So I completely understand that, in as much as what happened in Houston was very sad and devastating, she had to make a choice. Yes, she could have gathered her entire family and plan an event out there to give back, but she had to make a sacrifice. You know what? Yes, me coming down and putting some holes in the walls and all of that is great, but at the end of the day, these people need stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Everyone that went out and helped, even if you picked up just a brick, God bless you. But at the end of the day, they needed, they need shelter, they need food, clothes, and all of these things. And $20K is a lot of money that would help with that. I think it was almost $21,000 Candy donated. I think so. She tweeted about it as well. So thank you, Candy, for doing that. So even though she couldn't be there, she could have donated, and that's the thing I'm talking about. With that, I'm jumping around right now, but with the shade that Portia did, talking about she could have just wrote a check. Candy tonight on Twitter could have said, you gave $5,000, I gave 21. You know what I'm saying? But Candy didn't go there because it wasn't about who gave what. Even if you gave $1, the fact that you took money out of your pocket to bless somebody else, God bless you. So, for that, kudos to everything that's going on. I'm happy that the ladies were able, some of them were able to come together, and give back and all of that. Now, this whole desperate storyline that Sheree is hanging on to, God bless her heart. Bless her heart. Just bless Sheree's heart. You know what I'm saying? Allowing this man who's locked up to tell her things about Nene and how Nene wanted him and was cheating on Greg and all of these things. I understand, man. When you have a home like Chateau, she can't pay, and it took 150 years. It looks like I love saying 150 because I say that in almost every video when I'm trying to explain a long period of time. But if it took you that long to build that house and you're trying to hold on to it, you would do anything to keep your peach. So hey, I don't blame Sheree hanging to the guy. I mean, who else would Sheree be talking to? Kenya done with her. Kenya don't care no more. No one really care for the racist woman, Duck Lips. So who else can Sheree argue with or make the show entertaining than calling Jill? I mean, that's all she have to be calling Jill all the time. Talking to Tyrone. No shade. It's like, what else does she have? So of course she have to start this new Sheree, Nene, cheated on her husband and all of that. Well, This was Nene response on Instagram. She posted this video. I went ahead and mute the original music and just use my background music that I normally use because I'm not trying to go through the whole copyright situation. But if you guys want to, hear the song that Nene and Greg are dancing to, if you have Instagram, just go ahead and at Nene Leaks. If you do not have Instagram, then go ahead and type in www. Also 3 W's and then .instagram.com/Nene Leaks, and you can see the video for yourself and hear the original song. But yeah, so that's that, and congratulations. Now let's get to Kenya, because I know that's why you guys are here. So let's go ahead and get to Kenya, the show. What I'm getting at is Kenya have been in the business so long to know at this point that when people are looking for a moment, when the show and the producers are doing everything in their power to pull your buttons, and to also understand that the viewers don't know what's going on. So if everything is peaceful and someone come out of nowhere and start popping off, to the viewers it's like, well, who's this crazy person? Because people didn't see. Oh, perfect example. Last season, Kenny just screaming, getting mad at Phaedra, and then Phaedra just have this, oh, I didn't do anything, okay, Kenny, and she have this polite, just peaceful, and people are just like, but why is Kenny so mad? Why is Kenny so angry? Not knowing Kenny said Phaedra would do things behind the scenes when the cameras were not rolling, and then when they said action, the evil Phaedra changed into this peaceful, polite person. So of course the viewers didn't get to see that disgusting side of Phaedra, so they just thought that Candy was crazy, until Phaedra was finally exposed talking about Candy when she didn't think the cameras were rolling and whispering in that whole situation. So here we go. I'm not making any excuses for Kenya Moore behavior. What I think happened to Kenya is she, because Candy got married on the show, right? She had a wedding special. Nene Leakes had a wedding special. Cynthia Bailey got married on the show. So in as much as these ladies are adults and can make their own decisions, they do have a contract to contribute their lives to the show. So since Kenya Moore got married, and it would have been such a major money maker and event for Bravo, they are angry that Kenya took that moment away from them. So let's get to this place here. Portia was upset, and her sister were upset that Cynthia Bailey promised to be at her main event, but then they didn't show up. So don't you guys find it a little funny that Portia will send Shemia to Kenya event on her behalf with a check, not knowing if Shemia would have been able to leave Kenya event and go to her best friend, especially a best friend that they just made up. If Shemia was going to be able to leave and go to Portia event and make Portia event after helping Kenya. Isn't it weird that Portia intentionally, willingly sent Shemia, her best friend, who it would have been more important to have by her side, to Kenya event, but then get mad that Cynthia, who she's not even close with, did not come back or go to her event, but she didn't get mad at Shemia for not going to her event and missing her event. Isn't that kind of strange? So let me tell you guys exactly what I believe happened. And where I'm saying is into it, Kenya is a pro by now, and she should have known that, okay, you see what the producers are doing, but the viewers, not all of the viewers are going to get it. So you go to this point of emotions and go off, all the viewers are going to see is, there go Kenya being this evil B word again, but they don't know what's going on behind the scene. This is exactly what's going on, okay? Kenya, they have been just taking it and just poking her. You know, first it was they bring back duck lips, okay? Kenya shut her down. That didn't work, all right? They bring Marlo and everybody else and do the whole fake wedding thing, thinking that Kenya was going to come in, go off, and cuss everybody out. How dare you guys mock my marriage and my husband? They just thought Kenya was just going to go off the roof. That didn't work. She actually came in, she smiled, she played along with it, and she had a great time. So Bravo is like, dang, we can't be the ones out here looking bad, because so far Kenya is taking everything so well. What can we do to get her to that level of, you know what, I'm done? They intentionally send Shemia. You really think Shemia out of nowhere just pop up in the episodes in the scene? You could even see it in Portia's face, like, okay, all of a sudden now she wants camera time. That's the face Portia had. Oh, now she wants camera time. Now she's coming. Bravo. It wasn't Shemia saying, I want to, yes, maybe Shemia have a nice heart and say, I want to help. But Bravo sent her there to add to the storyline. Okay? You really think Portia, quote unquote, best friend went all the way to Houston to miss her me event and go to Kenya's event? No. Bravo encouraged Shemia to go to Kenya event. Now, when Shemia was coming to Kenya event, right there Kenya became defensive because she already knew the producers were playing games and had everything to do with that. But Kenya should have remained nice to everybody. Should have remained peaceful, because she needs to understand at this point in her career, the audience that's watching don't know what's happening behind the scenes. So you can't, you know what I'm saying? So the audience at this point are just thinking, there go Kenya being crazy and being the B word, because they don't know what's going on. But at this point, Kenya became defensive and started to trigger that into everybody else because she saw what the producers were doing. So after her moments, she gets to the dinner and she's pleasant. She said hi to everybody. You know, she's asking for her water, but she said, because first of all, the kitchen is closed, so she probably didn't eat, showing up to have a nice dinner. She's hungry. Everybody's eating, but she was late. I get it, but now the kitchen is closed. So one, she's already irritated, and I'm shifting my position. So just in case you guys hear some noise, I'm sorry. You know, when you sit in one spot and then your body is like, okay, girl. So anyways, now Kenya show up. The kitchen is closed. The doors are closed. The kitchen is closed. She's already dealing with that. Then Shemia bring this up. As you can see, Kenya apologized. This is the point and where Kenya loses it. She says to Shemia, if I made you feel like I dismissed you at my event, I'm sorry. Yes, we are cool. We're in a good place. If you feel like I was being dismissive, I'm sorry. For those of you who say Kenya Moore don't own up to her issue, to apologize, she's always the first to apologize. She apologized. She have the look in her face of, listen man, ladies, we came here to help people. We did an amazing job. Let's just have a good night and let me leave. Because, listen, I'm a newlywed. Yes, say what you want, laugh, whatever. I want to be up under my husband. I'm sorry. I'm a newlywed. I'm happy. But I came down here, you know, I did my part, and now I just want to have a nice dinner. I want to leave. I do not want to be attacked, you know. I understand it's reality TV, and the whole point is people wants to see drama and wants to have a moment. And so the reason why I keep saying Kenya is a pro is because she should know by now that's all they were trying to do. They were trying to have a moment, and they didn't get a moment out of her for the fake, you know, wedding that they did for her. And they got their moment tonight. After she apologized and told Shemia to let it go, Shemia kept going in front of everybody. It wasn't, I'm going to wait. We're going to have a nice dinner, and then I'm going to pull Kenya aside and have a conversation with her, just the two of us, because then that would be too boring. And this is reality TV. This is your time, Shemia, to... Do you really want a peach? I heard that she was offered a peach and she turned it down because her husband said, you know, no. It's okay for her to pop in and out on the show, but, you know, this is all allegedly. But it's like, Shemia, this is your time. This is your moment. You don't have time to play nice. She kept going. What did Kenya do? She walked away from the table. Instead of that, she got up and walked away from the table, and then went in the bathroom and let the producers have it because she saw exactly what they were doing. I came here, I'm focused. My grandmother just died. I just buried my grandmother. I'm a newlywed. I got so much going on. I should be grieving right now, but I also understand that I have obligations. I come here, I break my back with my friends to help people who's in need. And instead of us having a nice night, this is what you guys want to do? Want to make me look like a bad person and take away from the amazing thing we did? Oh, not Kenya, thank you for putting that event together. You know, even though we didn't get to finish the house, you know, thank you for inviting us. Even though, you know what, we saw that you were focused and it was a very, you know, stressful moment. Thank you for bringing us. No, let's turn it into Kenya, you were rude, and take away from this beautiful moment. So Kenya flipped. I'm not excusing her behavior, but I completely understand what this woman been going through. I would have flipped. But not making any excuses for Kenya, I 100% believe that's what happened tonight. She saw right through what the producers were doing and decided, you know what? I'm not doing it anymore. Now, one more thing. For those of you going in on Cynthia Bailey for posting a picture with Kenya on her page, I'm not gonna do the comment stuff, but I'm gonna put the picture right here. And tagging Kenya, what you guys have to understand is this show was filmed months ago. Kenya was highly upset, and with her relationship with Cynthia, she did not in any way want to make it worse than it already was by going in on Cynthia or saying the wrong things. That's what she left. That's what you do. In as much as she's an OG and could have handled the situation better. Fake smiles. Don't give Bravo the show that they're looking for and let them suffer and scramble into, oh my God, we just can't get her mad this season. You understand what I'm saying? And then, oh, Kenya is boring. But I would choose that any day over, oh, there go, you know, crazy Kenya. You know what I'm saying? But for the people coming for Cynthia Bailey, I guarantee you, 100%. If they don't show this part on the show, I guarantee you when she got to a hotel, she called her best friend. She apologized to her best friend, explained to her best friend what happened and what she was feeling and why she reacted that way. And they made up. You know what I'm saying? This happened months ago. These two have made commercials together. I just posted images of them at a premiere together. You know, they've hung out together. This happened months ago, people. So all of you on the Cynthia Bailey page, oh my God, you're this, got a backbone, Kenya's not your friend. I'm sure Kenya called her girl and apologized and explained to her exactly what she saw was going on. That's why Shamia was there. And it worked. Kudos to you, Shamia. It was successful. We're going to throw you in there to add some drama. And there you go. So whether Kenya quit or stay, we shall see. But I don't see this as giving up. If she quit and she's not there, I see this as victory. She have every single thing that she ever wanted when she decided to rebrand herself and enter the reality TV. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised. There are a lot of other networks that will gladly pick up a Kenya Moore show of her joining to getting pregnant, joining to having kids, you know, with her husband and her business and all of that. I wouldn't be surprised if she does quit and end up on a different network, because she have a lot to offer. But what more can you offer? You know, business is doing great. Her life is great. She's happily married. Do I want to sit around every day 12, 16 hours a day going back and forth with evil people? Or do I just want to go and live my amazing life? Yeah, I'll choose my amazing life for 1,000, Alex. Jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? So whatever Kenya Moore decides, you know, more power to her. So no, guys, I'm not being biased. I just know how these shows work, and I'm digging deep into it. Also remember, I did say I do not and wasn't here with the way how Kenya behaved, and that she's an OG, and at this point should have known how to react and should have seen right through Bravo and not fall for the game, because that's exactly what they did. And I'm also positive that Kenya found a moment to also apologize to Shamia, because just because the producers are doing things to get a rise out of you, you know, in as much as she felt like Shamia was being used as a pawn, like I said, she's still been in the business long enough to have figured it out and give them the same reaction she gave them when they threw that fake wedding, and everything was going to be cool. But yeah, I'm sure she did it. I'm going to go ahead and end it here, my Vina loves. I'm wishing you all an amazing day. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.